and then later on I will put in YouTube so that those who cannot attend can also still see quickly. So welcome to Plan 258. Okay, so my name is Kartitek Nomo, and this is our agenda. Okay. You see, so we'll discuss about course syllabus, and then uh, let's introduce to each other. Okay. Then we can start with our first lecture, the introduction, transportation planning analysis and technique. Yeah. So our class will be online for the whole semester, okay, including the exams. Okay, and our site, I have emailed you, each one of you, to join this model in Revoledo. Did you have access to this model? Yeah, so all the material for this semester already here. Okay, so yeah, later on if not needed, I will add materials. Okay, so the material here contain a lot of lecture notes and then also the laboratory virtual lab that you can also do, including all the assignment and quizzes, exams, okay, and projects is also already here. Refer the Moodle. Okay. Okay, let's start with the course syllabus. So you can go to Moodle. This is the, can you see this? This course syllabus. Okay. So this is the full course syllabus text. Okay, so you can read by yourself more detail. And then the one that we discussed today is the updated slide. Okay. Yeah. And I hope by the end of today, you will be able to create groups among yourself. Okay, so maximum 3 students per group. We have 11 students in total, so we can have 4 groups. Okay, okay, good. Let's start. Yeah. So this is the course syllabus. You can also follow this in Moodle. Okay, and this is the class. It's every Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. Okay, Philippine times. And this is my email and my WhatsApp and my Viber. You can also contact me through Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay, anytime you can contact, yeah, including in the middle of the night, no problem. But expect that I will reply, okay, within 24 hours. I will not immediately reply usually. Okay. So when you email me, okay, can you put in the subject this one, yeah, plan 258, so that I know this is from you. Okay, so you will get priority at least. Then this is the course description. Okay, so this is about quantitative analysis method. So a lot of mathematics, yeah, and statistics, okay, and advanced analytical technique. Okay. The purpose is for decision making in transportation planning. Okay, So the emphasis is actually in the mathematical model, formulas, and tools, okay, to analyze scenario, risk, and uncertainty. Okay, so uh, you create structure, okay, meaning you will create a network, okay, and then you will try to analyze it, yeah, based on financial, utilities, and economic context. Okay, so uh, the topics will include prioritization, decision making, financial economic analysis, and more advanced analytical technique. Yeah. So this will include game theory, yeah, risk analysis, ideal flow network, linear programming, including queuing theory. Yeah. So uh, I hope by learning this course, you will understand all of this method and then how you can influence the transportation planning more effectively. Yeah. The objective of the course, okay, as follows. Yeah. Uh, First, I want you to get the foundation understanding, okay, of the quantitative and analytical technique, yeah, in the transportation method. Okay, and then I hope you can create effective transportation strategy. Yeah. That means you will have several alternatives, and then you try to prioritize, yeah, using many techniques, yeah, including MCDM, multi-criteria decision making, risk analysis, decision analysis, decision tree, game theory, and queuing theory. Okay, and then you justify your decision through robust financial and economic analysis, including sensitivity analysis. Okay, and then you also learn a lot, yeah, including linear programming, ideal network, okay, power dynamics in solving this complex transportation scenario. Okay, and I want you to cultivate, critical thinking. Okay? Try to create strategic decision. Okay? Uh, Facing the uncertainty of the real world and try to optimize your outcome. Okay. So by doing so, I hope you can formulate, yeah, mathematically, yeah, your transportation strategy, yeah, using any of this method, yeah, linear programming, multi-criteria decision making, ideal for network, decision theory, risk analysis, yeah, and so on. Yeah. And then uh, you can analyze your decision based on financial and economic evaluation, okay, and do the decision analysis using linear programming, neural network. Now, what expected from this course? Yeah? This is an output-based course. That means you need to be very active. Okay. So there are two goals. Number one, okay, the output is you create at least three, yeah, you can have more than three, unique video reels. Yeah. So video reel is usually only 1 minute. So you create practically only 3 minute video. Yeah. Maximum is 5 minutes each. Okay. But you need to publish your video reel in social media. Yeah. It's up to you which social media you can use, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. Okay. But it must be unique. Yeah. You cannot repeat the same video in various social media. Okay. And then second, yeah, is to create an internal report. Yeah. So at least 8 pages, double column, uh, together with the code and spreadsheet to prove your analysis. Okay. These are the two uh, output of this course. Yeah. And then that video in the first output, it should contain use case application, yeah, at least one case study. So in its video. Okay, so each case study contain scenario comparison. Yeah, what is the base scenario, and then at least one alternative scenario and comparison. Okay, and then how I will evaluate. Okay? So the evaluation criteria include these are the criteria: yeah? Uniqueness, novelty, and originality. Yeah. So the degree of surprise or wow effect of the idea. Okay. Next, these are the topics. Yeah. So I divided into several categories. Yeah, one, two, three, four. Yeah. So the first category is probably the main part. So this is resource allocation based on linear programming, yeah, and then prioritization based on multi-criteria decision making, ideal flow network, and abstracts. Yeah, and then we go into deeper on ideal flow network. Okay, what is signature, uh, premier network, cardinal power dynamic, and network centralities. Yeah. Based on this, you will be able to check the power of its shareholders. Yeah. Then we go to the second part, which is decision theory. Yeah. Decision theory consists of several parts, which is the first part is individual decision. So this is based on uncertainty, based on risk. You will learn about decision tree, value of trees, based on utility, including AHP, yeah, analytical process, Brown gate sum. FN itself has also a part of decision theory and analytical sum. Okay, and then we go into group decision. Yeah, how to create consensus. Yeah, using Delphi. Uh, we also learn about consensus and cooperative game. Yeah, including the voting. Yeah. So this is useful for very useful, yeah, for transportation planning and create decision in a cooperative way. Uh, to create strategy, you need to understand the core of game theory. Yeah. So in this case, we will discuss zero sum, non-zero sum, including threat trust, and how to control the situation. Yeah. This is called mechanism design. Yeah. So the final part will include, or the third category will go to financial and economic analysis, yeah, including investment analysis. And this is just very short, so data table, sensitivity analysis. And then we learn about break-even points, yeah. It's very useful for business and investment analysis in transportation project. Okay. And the final part is optional. If the time permit, we'll go deeper into queuing theory. Yeah, this is more on stochastic actually, queuing management, and then we also learn about time series analysis. Yeah, based on composition, whole winter, and ARIMA, yeah, analysis, autoregressive, integrated, and moving average. Yeah, ARIMA. Yeah, so much we will learn in this semester. Yeah. So this is the UP grading system. So this is the usual one. This is for undergrad. Okay, and for uh, grad we will use this one. Yeah. Uh, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So your grade is not run off, so not automatically run off, but the grade are subject to normalization. Yeah. I'm using Fibonacci normalization. I will explain later. Okay. For your readings, I have several books, uh, mostly on ideal flow networks. Okay. Some part, the old one I can share with you, but the new one, I think you need to ask your library to have it. Okay. Probably already there. Okay. Okay, this is the course requirement. So every time you just attend, okay, for 3 hours, you get 2%, okay, for the whole semester. So if we have 16 times, so 1 over 16 times 2% per meeting. Okay, and then your discussion active in the class, yeah, including recitation, including your question and answer. Just to propose anything, you get 8%. This is self-claim. This 10% is self-claim, so you need to claim on your own in here. I will show you. Here, can you see the recitation here? Yeah. So if you go to this recitation, yeah, so you put your date today, and then what is your question, your suggestion probably, or any discussion that you did during the class. Okay, so that you will not forget, okay, write it down right after the class. Okay, so but if you are late to join the class, you should not claim your attendance points in the meeting, right? To be fair, and maximum claim per week is 10 points. Okay, yeah, per students. Is this clear? Okay, and then the group project, there are many reportings, yeah, including your report, the final report, including the presentation, that is 15%. Not that much because you have many. Yeah, but the public video reel, which is only 3 minutes. Yeah, three video public video, each 1 minute. So that alone is 25%. A lot. So be careful with that. So total is 40% on your group project alone. Okay. And then the quizzes, assignments, so many assignments and so many quizzes, 20%. Okay. Midterm, if you fail in the midterm, don't worry, it's only 10%. Yeah, that's exactly the same as your recitation. Yeah, final exam 20%. So how about this? Any disagreement? Any suggestion? No problem? Okay, good. So then, yeah, why I make it this way so that everyone will pass. Yes, George, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me po?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to start about this public video reels, minimum of 3 minutes. Then you mentioned that we need to do three videos.
Yeah,
Then
minimum three, bukan 3 minutes, not 3 minutes. Minimum three videos.
3 videos.
Yes.
Each
It's 1 minute.
video, yeah,
Each
each
video,
video, different topics.
different topics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Each video different topics. Because we have many tools, right? So you can compare, right? So from different angles of the same project. Okay. So each video is just 1 minute. Yeah. Maximum 5 minutes. Okay. Each video, what do you mean by the same grouping? Diane.
Hi, sir. So for the video, it's individual
Oh, video is
or
this
same
are
groupings.
project. These are projects.
Mm,
Okay, so these are project, meaning group
okay.
project.
Okay. Noted,
Okay,
sir.
So 40% is group project, very big. Yeah. So don't fight with your group mate, right? So and choose your group mate very well today. Okay. Good. Next. So each meeting must be on time, right? I started on time. So latecomer cannot claim the 2% recitation on that thing. Yeah. And then please open your camera. I don't want to talk to a wall. Okay. So, and you can close your mic and open the mic only when you speak. Okay. So that will not have interference. Okay. And then each meeting, please be active. Yeah. You can claim your presentation later. Okay. So you can share your knowledge, you can share your experience. Okay? I know you have a lot of experience in your work. Okay. So I can share my theory and you can share your suggestion. You can criticize, no problem. You can criticize your group. You can criticize me, no problem. Yeah. So then you can click that. Yeah. In each meeting. Nice. Yeah. And that's total 10%, including your attendance. Right. And then so this is to encourage presentation, yeah, to have active discussion. Okay, so why 10 maximum 10 point? Otherwise, someone will claim too much. Okay, so no problem. You can be very active more than 10. Okay, but maximum 10. Why? Because we need to normalize the whole semester with some. Okay, if one person get 150 point, yeah, the other only 75. That means 75 divided by the maximum, it is 150, multiply by that 10%. That's a lot, Certainly, uh, because of this normalization. Yeah. So those who are very active will be hated. No, I hope not. Yeah. You should be encouraged to be more active also. Okay, so how to claim? There in Moodle. Yeah. Can you check in Moodle recitation on the top? Can you open? Okay, and write down weekly recitation. Yeah, what is the date? Okay, your discussion, your suggestion. Oh, one more thing. I don't want to count. Yeah, so I'm very lazy to count your recitation. So you put your on the top. What is the total on your own? That is your claim. Can you? Huh? Okay, next. So we will have many quizzes, many assignment. Okay, what is this for? Yeah, so that you will have preparation, yeah, before the class, yeah, and after the class. So if after the class, but that means review on the previous classes. Okay, and before the class, that means you need to read the slide at that day so that you can have more questions. Okay, so basically just practice on problem solving for the assignment. Yeah, this assignment and quizzes will carry different weight. Okay? This is called Fibonacci weight system. You know Fibonacci sequence. Yeah? One, one, one plus one is two. Yeah? So the third one is two. And then the last two is one plus two become three. Yeah? So the last two. So after that, two plus three become five. Yeah? And then three plus five become eight, and so on. So that means, okay, the the last one will be very big. Yeah, the first one practically nothing. So if you miss the first quizzes or the first assignment, no problem. Yeah. But if you miss the last one, you are in trouble because the weight is very big. Yeah. So this is for independent study. Yes, George.
Sir, for the quizzes, what is the type of questions you mostly
The quiz is always multiple choice, including the
okay.
exam is also multiple choice. Josh, you have asked two questions, you can claim these two.
So
Okay?
any question, sir? Any
Any
questions you
question?
ask? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Any
sir.
question to ask, you can claim that. Okay, that's very good, right? Okay. So the exam is similar to the quizzes, but usually more question and heavier, yeah, in quality. So quizzes is very simple, only 5 minutes usually, yeah, maximum 10 minutes quiz, only two question, one or two question. The purpose is not to bring you down, yeah, but to help you review and to prepare, yeah, okay. So and the percentage is very, very small, so practically nothing. Okay. But using this, you will learn a lot. This is my hope. Okay. Now, this is now you need to listen. This is 40% the project. So again, you need to publish at least 3 video reels, right? Yeah. So one video is within 1 minute up to 5 minutes each. Okay. You can use ideal flow network in decision making or power dynamic, and then you can compare with other methods. Yeah. So I want you to produce comprehensive plan, okay, that integrate all this quantitative optimization, prioritization, yeah, risk modeling, strategic negotiation, okay, the power dynamic consensus analysis, including queuing or forecasting method. Okay, so for your operation or financial evaluation, yeah, scheduling and investment justification. Right? So very broad. Okay? So you can use IFN, yeah, for any with any combination of either this technique. Yeah? For example, in the programming, structural power dynamic, BP analysis, and so on. Yeah. So the software tool you can use any actually, but I will also provide, yeah, many of them, including the spreadsheet. Okay, you can use AI, no problem. Yeah. In fact, I'm encouraging you to use AI. Okay. uh, Now, this is the steps, yeah. So you select within your group, okay, just one case study, yeah, of your choice. Not the location, but the case study, okay? So data collection is not necessary. Yeah. If you have, that's good. If you don't have, no problem, okay? Don't say to me, I don't have data. I'm already writing here that the collection not necessary, okay? So the purpose is to create mathematical model. Okay? At least you develop at least two alternative scenario of strategic plan. Okay, and then you propose structurally, yeah, using network. Okay, what is the strategy? Who are the strict shareholder? What is their power? Okay, is it better or not? Yeah, you create it as a strongly connected network. That means from one node to go to any other node. Yeah, practically you create check and balance system. Okay, so and then you select decision-making process to gain the consensus. Yeah. After that, you formulate the optimization model. You analyze the solution. Okay. If you have data, calibrate using your data. Now, if you don't have, just make assumption. As long as the assumption is realistic enough, no problem. Okay. Or you can use data from the literature. Okay. And then you evaluate the financial, economic feasibility. Okay. You do sensitivity analysis. Yeah. check the structural and strength of each scenario. So you simulate this. Yeah? What if I do this? What if I do that? So what if analysis is a very important part of this project. Is it clear? Okay. So I'll go more detail now. So in the scenario creation, you develop minimum, yeah, 3 scenarios, yeah, to address the specific challenge or need, yeah, within your scope that you define on your own. Okay. Now, for these scenarios, yeah, you should vary in terms of the network structure, in terms of the influence, yeah. So, or any other factors. Okay? You define each scenario very well, and then you justify your assumption. Yeah. Now, if you have uh, this is optional. So, if you have data, or if you can collect data, gather it, no problem. Otherwise, you can assume. Yeah, you can assume relevant data for each scenario. For example, information on the cost. Yeah, on the demand, on the travel time, okay, on the environmental impact, maybe based on rating, maybe rating within your own uh, group. So it doesn't really matter. I want you to practice, not to get the real data. Okay, so and then you analyze, you interpret that data. What is the assumption that you put there? Okay, and then yes, you do all the analysis, yeah, including financial analysis, economic evaluation, and so on. Okay, then you compare because you have several alternatives. Okay, you compare. Okay, always have what is called base scenario, the current situation, and then what is the uh, alternative scenario. Okay, so you compare different scenario based on the influence strength, maybe the economic and financial stability, and so on. Okay, and then you assess the cost benefit risk for each scenario. Okay, what is the return on investment, what is the revenue generation, and so on. Okay, and then think about the strategy to achieve your goal. Yeah, so you have you can use many concepts, yeah, including ideal full network, in the programming, power dynamics. Yeah? Uh, the simplest is prioritization, decision theory. Yeah, then we can solve this strategic problems, yeah, and then make informed decision. And then the goal is to create optimization. Okay, what is the objective under certain constraint? That is the meaning of optimization. Okay, after that you present your finding. Yeah, you will have 4 workshops within the semester, every beginning of the month. Yeah, so recommend present your finding and recommendation with the class, and then highlight the strength and weakness of the scenario, yeah, and then provide the evidence, yeah, to justify your recommendation. This is clear. Yeah. So up to 3 students per group. Yeah. So I hope you can submit it within this week. Grouping lang. Okay. And to be fair, each member must show the work. Yeah. So if you have in Word or in Excel, yeah, usually have tracking review. Okay. So put it on that tracking review so that uh, whatever you put there, okay, your name is there. What time? Okay, this is the one that you submitted. So that I will know, okay, not just one person working in the group. That's not fair, right? Okay, must be fair. Okay, and then in each submission, yeah, 4 times in a semester, the submission milestone, you need to submit that the Word document, including Google Doc is fine. Okay. Don't forget the tracking review must be on. Okay, so tracking review still intact and contain the name of each member on the working paper. Okay, so before making the next revision, you can restart the tracking review so that not so messy. Yeah, you accept all the revision. Is this clear or not? Do you understand the tracking review? Okay, good. Yeah. So if you want to code, so you can code it. Yeah. Or if you use spreadsheet, so you also submit it in the zip file in Moodle. Yeah. Or you can also publish publicly in GitHub. Yeah, as open source. Okay. So again, at least 3 final video reel, yeah, about 1 to 5 minutes each, should be published within your own social media. So surely you can, right? It must be in public mode with your name on it. Okay. And then what you submit is only the link, yeah, the address. Simple, right? Okay. So to make your work replicable, so I can validate, okay, then you make internal document report, yeah. How to prove your analysis so that I can reproduce or anybody can reproduce your work, yeah, using the same assumption, using to validate your finding. Okay, so you will present for workshop in the semester. The date is already there in Moodle. Okay. Okay, so what you will report when you create internal documentation report, okay, the purpose is reproducible. That means you need to create very detailed methodology. Yeah, you describe how you do it. Okay. This is not publishable, no problem. If you want to publish it, that's fine. Yeah. In the previous year, after they finish the course, they publish that report to a conference, yeah, after a revision a little bit, yeah, or in a journal. That's fine. That's your own anyway. Okay, but by putting all the detailed instruction, yeah, how you use the equipment or software, or any parameter list that you put, okay, anyone can actually reproduce, yeah, exactly the same thing as you make. Yeah, if you have any assumption, you need to list out in explicitly. Yeah, don't make implicit assumption. Okay, so if you have any initial condition, any simplification, okay, so you need to list down everything. Okay, now if you have your data, yeah, then you need to provide the raw data, yeah, along with any pre-processing steps. Yeah. Now, how the data was collected, any cleaning, any random sampling, yeah, how the transformation of the process or any statistical process that you do before having that data, you also need to tell. Okay, uh, just be transparent. That's it. Okay, so and then you document the result of your work, yeah, including the intermediate result or output. Yeah. So that's why this is not actually publishable because messy is fine. Yeah, this is internal documentation now. Okay, so use the table, chart, figure to present your finding clearly. Yeah, if you use your own code or software, yeah, so please provide there also. Yeah, provide clear instruction how to run the code, yeah, or any library or dependency if you. And don't forget to put citation, yeah, or references that you use in your work. Yeah, and, this can be scientific paper, books, or online resources. Okay, so for the video reels, yeah, again at least 3 of 1 minute video. Yeah, so this is to learn how to communicate. Yeah, communicate your own finding concisely, right, and engagingly. More difficult to create 1 minute video than a longer video, right? Keep it visual. So you use visual more than text, animation, icons, graph, so that your reels become more engaging. Okay, and stay on the point. Be concise. Yeah, what is the focus that you want to show? Yeah, and then you can have a friendly or engaging voice over. Yeah, to guide the viewer through the reel. Yeah, so this is example of the timing. Okay, so you can have say 10 seconds of introduction, yeah, 15 seconds of methodology, and maybe 20-25 seconds of result, and another 10 seconds for conclusion or recap. Right? So, any question so far? Yes, George.
Sir, do you have any video reference that will serve as a guide for us that you can share?
Oh, last year, maybe last year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can share with you later in Moodle.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. I will pick some of them if they still exist, and I will share it with you. Okay. Good. That's my assignment. You give me assignment, Josh. Okay. So, okay. We will do testing together. Yeah. Discuss possible prompt, okay, to AI. Yeah. In each class, would end with the output of paper, maybe report code analysis. Yeah. So you can use AI. Yeah. Any AI. Yeah. ChatGPT, Gemini, okay, Bard, and so on. Okay. But at the end, yeah, the end result of the project must be free from plagiarism and pass the AI detection tool, right? Okay. Here is the detail of project evaluation. Yeah, these are the percentage that I use. Okay. So similar to any other paper, I will check your introduction, yeah, literature review, methodology, result analysis, and conclusion. Right? So for the introduction, maximum is 10%. Okay. And if you sum all of this, it's more than 10%. Can you see? So I will just check, oh, you have related background, so 2%. Oh, you have problem definition, 5%. Oh, you have result objective, 3%. Okay. The total is already 10, right? So if you add the scope, yeah, additional 2%, but because maximum is 10, so it will not include it. The total is still 10, right? And the same thing, yeah, with the literature review, yeah, and methodology. Yeah. So it's very important to have the framework of the explanation, how you create the math formula, yeah, optimization. If you use a neural network, you get automatically 25% out of this 40, right? And then if you have data, it's just 5%. Okay? If you have hypothesis, another 5%, and so on. But the total must be just 40 lang for this method. Same thing with the result analysis, maximum is only 40. Okay. If the total is more than 100, that's it. The same. Total is still maximum up to 100. Yeah. And this is clear enough. Yeah. No question, right? This one. Lester.
Sir, question. Do we need your approval for the proposed topic
Oh, yes.
before we work on the
Yes, yes.
video?
Yes, in the first in the first workshop, you will present your topics. Okay. Okay. So then you can present 2 or 3 alternative topics. Okay. Then we can discuss which one is the best for you. Yeah. The criteria I already said a while ago. So the uniqueness, yeah, how comprehensive that you can use all these tools, okay, how interesting it is, and so on. Okay. So present in the first workshop. I forgot the date. You check in Moodle. Yeah. Okay. So okay. What if I'm very lazy? I don't want to report. I don't want to do assignment. Well, you can. Yeah. You can submit late. Okay. But there is penalty. Yeah. Per day. The penalty is per day, including Sunday and Saturday. So if you are late submitting your report or assignment, there are date there, right? So no problem. But per day, minus 1%. Yeah. Well, when you submit it until the end of the final exam day, right? Practically, it's become zero. Yeah. If you minus 1% times the number of days is practically almost nothing. So, okay, no need to submit because it will become zero. Okay, so after the final exam day, okay, give me 1 or 2 weeks to finish the grading, okay, and then I give you 48 hours, yeah, 2 days, yeah, I will show the computation of the grade in Moodle, in Excel, okay, and you check if there is some mistake in the computation, okay. Usually the most mistake is the grading of this one. This one, sorry, between the grade and letters. Okay. But I use Excel, so I hope that is okay. Yeah. So after you check, yeah, after 48 hours, and then I will put in CLS. Okay, no change will be accepted after that. So I give you a chance to correct. Say, oh, I did not submit a certain assignment. I did not submit certain uh, project report and so on. You can still submit. Yeah, with minus 1% per day. Okay, if you miss anything, there are still chance and chances. But after the final exam date, it will all close. So clear, yeah. Okay, so be active in this class. Okay, give comment, give question, yeah, propose your ideas, yeah, give feedback. Yeah. I hope this is a fun class. Okay, we have a lot of virtual lab I developed by myself over many years. Okay, okay. So I need one person. I stay in Indonesia, so I don't know the holidays in the Philippines, right? Sometimes have storm, I don't realize. Okay, so please appoint one person as speaker to communicate with me, okay, on behalf of the other class member. Okay, so if you have some problem, say if you need to do a makeup class or the grading, okay, you can disseminate information from me and then collect some material as you may require. Okay, I'll give you the list of emails and phone numbers, the others, only for the bidder. Who want to become the bidder? Volunteer. Anyone? Yeah, Justice.
Hello,
Okay.
sir. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes.
I have a clarification because you've mentioned a while ago that this liaison officer or the one in charge to communicate with you regarding the you don't know the holidays in the Philippines. So in the event that we have declared holidays or special non-working day, are we still going to have classes?
No.
No. All right.
So if there is a storm or special non-working day, then we no longer have class.
So
Even
we'll
though
follow the calendar of the UP Diliman.
yes, we need to follow the UP Diliman's calendar.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Right. So anyone want to become the beta? Yes, George.
Sir, I would like to ask if you have a Viber account, because if you have, sir, we can make a group chat together with
Okay, you make it.
all students.
This one. I have my Fiverr account here.
Then every time you have an announcement, sir, or any information, you can send directly to the group chat, so
Okay.
everyone can see the announcement.
Okay. Can you be the beta, George?
Uh, okay, sir, I will accept.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good. Thank you. So then what else? Okay, no more. Good. That's it for the first part. So let's introduce each other. Okay. I will introduce myself more detail. How to use this? Okay. So this is me when I'm still young. Yeah. Yeah, this is in Japanese, yeah, not Japan. Japanese. That means if you know me, then you will love me. Yeah. So my name is Karthi Teknomo. So I'm the first Teknomo in the world. It's not claim. Yeah, it's my father loved technology so much. Uh, so in Japanese, Nomo mean name and technology. So he forgot to put his family name, okay, in the birth certificate. So and created the first Teknomo in the world. This is Choklan. Yeah. But yeah, my father died, and we created a book, yeah, autobiography there. So now we have four Teknomos. So it's a very rare species, yeah, critically endangered. Yeah. Okay. So I was born in Surabaya, where I live now. Okay, I'm married with two children, so we all the girls. Okay. Yeah, I work mainly in Surabaya from 1989 to 8, and then come back from 21 to 25. Now I'm retired. So I also work in Saga University in Japan. Okay, I got there, and I also work in personal research in Austria. Now the name changed to Austrian Institute of Technology, AIT. Yeah. And I also work in Wisconsin University of Wisconsin in Whitewater, 2012, and partly in Ateneo de Davao, yeah, as a flying professor. And then for 11 years in Ateneo de Manila, in computer science. Yeah. In Saka University, in Petra, I teach civil engineering. Saka University, I teach urban planning. Personal research, I work on. Oh, I did not share your screen. Sorry. Can you see it? Yeah. in astronaut research, I mainly about pedestrians, microscopic pedestrian. In Wisconsin is data mining, financial mining, and so on. Okay, and in Ateneo, computer science, and UP now urban planning. Yeah. Back to Petra, 21 to 2025, industrial engineering. So I have so many different fields. Okay. Why? Because my hobby is research. I love mathematics. Okay. I like to explore things, and I love reading, talking with you. I love to do programming and statistics. I love formula. Okay. So, yeah, as I mentioned, my first degree is engineering in civil engineering transportation. Okay, and I continue in AIT again in transportation engineering. Okay? And then my PhD is also in transportation, but the name is information science. Okay, these are the lectures that I have given or different places. Okay? Yeah, if you can see this, varies, yeah, different field. Okay, from physics to transportation, yeah, including biology, yeah, GIS, and so on. Yeah, mostly computer science. And this is my vision and mission. So I'm dedicated to advance of ideal full network, yeah, to help humanity, yeah, to recognize the need for integrated balance, equilibrium. So this is a framework, yeah, that we can build fairness, justice, and trust, yeah, which is based on logic and system thinking rather than uh, uh, morality based on religion. Okay, so I want to pursue this, yeah, for the humanity in the whole, yeah, so that we can have a better world. Okay, so my research interest is about people behavior, yeah, in their activities in our infrastructure, including the planning and design. Okay, so that's specific focus is in the transportation, yeah, traffic and pedestrian. Okay, so of course by the mean of mathematical model and simulation. Yeah, so this is my website in Revoleto. Okay, so you can visit and check. I have several hundred tutorials there that you can enjoy. Yeah, they are all free. Okay, and these are a few of my research. And I hope through this discussion, you probably can encourage to have a further discussion. So I developed micropad SIMs in 99, okay, and published in many journals. And created root choice self-organization. These are example of the formula that I created. Okay, and these are the example of graphical user interface of microfencing. You can still download that. Yeah, and I also create the urban growth model. Yeah, these are the example of simulation in Iwaki New Town in Japan. Yeah. So this is the real photogrammetry, and these are the simulated urban growth model. So a small part of this I publish as hidden as open source, yeah, in SourceForge. You can still check. Okay, and I also develop. Now they call this Tecnomo Fernandez algorithm. So after my name. So this is just a very simple image processing, yeah, computer vision. Okay, given the video, you can remove all the um, foreground to create the background. Yeah. Now is common, yeah. Even in Zoom, you can see I have no background, right? So, but this is 99. So my core research is basically about trajectory, yeah, trajectory analysis, yeah. So I created several formulas on how to origin destination from trajectory, yeah, and from there we can do traffic prediction. Yeah, this is in Metro Manila. Yeah, we do tracking, and then I also contributed in yeah queuing rule of thumb. This is also my one of the contribution. You can still check. I think there in Wikipedia. Yeah, and the latest one is yeah from 2014. Yeah, I found ideal rule network. Yeah, and I think ever since I meet this yeah, IFN, yeah, I really fall in love with this and do a lot of things about this yeah, until now yeah, in many different fields, yeah, including in health, in agriculture, yeah, and politics and so on. Okay, so I have many other projects with the World Bank, with Toyota, with Decathlon, it's a recent one, and also with Savannah Solution in Switzerland. Okay, so well, in teaching, I wish to contribute even in a small way, okay, to the greatness of you, yeah, uh, in your life, if you allow me to be part of your journey, okay. So I hope to be remembered as one of many, among many who help to guide you into your greatness, okay. So yeah, let's let us aim for greatness, okay. Don't think this as just a course, but a way to achieve something great in your life. Yeah, not just for yourself, but for humanity as a whole. Yeah. So these are several quotes that I often talk about. Yeah. We become what we model in our mind. Okay. And if you go to my FB, you will see I'm still learning, or LinkedIn. Okay. I put I'm still learning. Yeah, to be a better being. Okay. So I want to grow. Yeah. I'm not perfect, so I need to grow and keep learning every day. So remember this: the true greatness is measured by what you generously give. Yeah, it's not what you get. Okay. So I hope yeah to contribute in you yeah, so that we can make a better place yeah, for our next generation. Okay. With that, so let's be friends in maybe FB in LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah. These are several formulas that I discovered. Uh, and okay, no more about me. Now about you. Okay. Each of you need to tell. Okay. Can tell your background. Yeah. These are just guide. Okay. No need to follow this. Okay, maybe what is your strength, your weakness, what is your wish list, right? And then what is your life purpose? What is your vision, your mission? Or if you don't know, that's fine. Yeah, just mention. And maybe you have certain life principle that you hold. Huh? And tell me, yeah, what motivate you to take this course? Yeah, and what do you expect to learn? Yeah, given this course syllabus, okay, what do you expect to learn from this course? Yeah, cool. So who first? Each of you will do anyway. So come on. Yes, George, go.
Okay,
Mm,
sir. Good evening, everyone. So my name is George Arsinue. I am a licensed architect and also a licensed master plumber. I previously worked as an OFW or overseas Filipino worker in Dubai for about 15 years. And but
wow.
as of the moment, so currently I'm working as a freelance architect here in the Philippines, and I'm doing local and abroad projects, or let's say outsourcing projects. And I also have given the chance to teach at Adamson University in 2004 in the College of Architecture. So I graduated with a BS in architecture. I also earned my master's degree in business administration at Swiss Business School. Actually, this school is in Dubai, branch in Dubai, but the main school is in Switzerland. So this is my last semester here at SURP. And I'm taking this course, the Transportation Planning Analysis and Techniques, as one of my elective courses. And I choose this subject because, I want to gain a deeper understanding of these long-standing issues here in the Philippines, particularly in transportation, this traffic congestion, particularly here in Metro Manila. So that's the reason why I choose this elective course, sir.
Good.
Yes, that's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Who's next? Come on. Go ahead. Yes, just me.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I just want to say that the questions you posted are very philosophical. I just realized I haven't thought about them in a while. But yeah, for background. First, my name is Jasmine Espleta, or Jas for short. My bachelor's degree was a PS Geography from Manila. I currently work as a GIS analyst for a solar development company based in PGC, Taguig City. And strength, I think I consider it a strength that I take 5 different modes of transportation every day to my work.
Wow.
So I work on site every day. So I take tricycle, jeepney, train, another train, and then bus. So I think it's really it brings out the resilience I have to to have, because the transportation in Manila, it's just so tough. So uh, the weakness, I think,
That's true.
think yeah, weakness, I think, is more of having self doubt and being a little too idealistic about life. I don't think that's a weakness, but sometimes it doesn't serve the best for me. Wish list in life, I think, to have a more pedestrian friendly sidewalk.
Oh yeah, me too.
In our neighborhood in Manila in general. I just want to be able to have all the possibilities of having to just walk, all the opportunities to have active mobility. Because I think that prolongs our life.
That's correct. Yeah.
Life purpose. I haven't thought about that. Can I skip, sir?
Sure, sure.
Life principles that I have at the moment is like the post you posted earlier, says you just be a lifelong learner. I want to learn about the things I'm passionate about more, and I want to have an open mind about the things that I know I am not very educated about it. So just to be a lifelong learner, like you. What motivates me to take this course? Urban planning is actually one of the core subjects we had in PS Geography back then. So I wanted to take that specialty, especially in the environment. But also, I'm also interested in transportation planning. So I take this course. That's all. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Good. Who's next? Yes, Justice.
Sorry, I can't open my video for now.
Oh,
I'm I'm along the road. Really. All right. So good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Cardi Thomas. So my name is Justice Mariti Paala. So I am a Master of Arts students and the University of the Philippines, Diliman. So SURP also has another um, degree or course, which is the diploma. And right now I'm a master student at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. I graduated at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños with a bachelor's degree in forestry. So basically, that's not totally aligned with the transportation planning I am currently taking. But so I recognize that I still have areas for growth, particularly in technical and specialized domains outside my core field, given my profession. So, which I see as opportunities for development rather than limitations. So, in terms of my purpose and long term vision, I think I'm more on leading to contributing to meaningful development, particularly, of course, in improving the transportation planning in the Philippines, as mentioned earlier by one of my classmates. So, I think my focus is for it to be sustainable and community centered. So, in terms of the principles, I believe that in life, what is meant for you will always find its way to you. Yeah. So, I live by principles of perseverance, integrity, and service to others. So, basically, right now, sir, I am a government employee. So, I serve at the Department of Environment and Natural Resources here in the National Capital Region. So, in terms of taking this course, so I chose this course to explore a new field, even though it's not fully aligned with my profession as a forester. But I am very motivated by curiosity, growth, and of course, my desire to expand my perspective. And I expect to gain new knowledge from you, sir, the frameworks, the skills, and that I can possibly integrate into my professional and personal development journey.
Okay.
So I think that would be all. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, sir.
Thank you very much. So don't worry, yeah, if you are not in the field of transportation, okay. So the course is actually quite general. So in any field you can also join. Yeah, yeah. Thomas, please.
Hello.
Yes.
I apologize first for if there are noises around me.
No, no. Your
Okay,
voice is clear.
so I'm an architect. Uh, that's my profession, but on the side, I also teach college students. So that's basically my background. Personally, I have many boys. So like you, sir. uh, I will. What's that? Anyway, so my strength and weakness, probably my strength is I always look for opportunities. So probably what led me to taking this course is because I'm looking also into opportunities, seeing seeing the concerns here in our country about with regards to the traffic. So that may be an opportunity. My weakness, I'm a workaholic. So I work a lot and I love working. Probably I got that from my mom. That may be a weakness because I seldom get to rest. And but I think that is also something that I chose from singlehood to being a married man. So with that, I already received a lot of the wish list in my life. So my life purpose is for now solve one little problem at a time. Set aside something that is or uh, solve first my the inner circle concern so I can serve outside of that inner circle. So probably that is also connected to my mission. So currently, since I am connected with a university, so I look at it as an opportunity to influence the next generation, to raise future architects or other wherever the future may lead them. So life principles, I believe in the principle of sowing and reaping. So whatever you sow in to other people or whatever you saw in whatever opportunities, there is a big possibility that you will also get that, or it will be returned to you tenfold, a hundredfold. So what motivate me to taking this program rather than taking any other elective is I was thinking about the list of options for masters. So I think this is what's closest to my heart. So what can I expect? Looking at the platform, I think there are plenty to expect in this course, especially mathematical formulas and theories. And hopefully, I can apply this to practical practical platforms. So also, of course, to learn from user and also from our classmates. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. Yeah. Lester.
Hello, good evening. Am I audible po?
Yes, good evening, Lester.
Hi, I'm Lester Abando, and I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering in the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. So I've been working in a private environmental consulting firm for the last 5 years. And then I'm also taking the Master of Arts in Urban and Regional Planning right now. And one of my wish list in life is to travel the world and learn from the different cultures around the world. And then I think my life purpose is to be kind to someone or a single person each day, like to show kindness, spread love, and uh not negativities, just positivities. And then one of my life principles is that I do believe that we have our own timeline. So we do not need to rush things because I do believe that good things take time. So just trust the process and trust the future ahead of you. And then what motivate you taking this program or course? Um, One of my favorite course during my undergrad in civil engineering is transportation. So since I've been into the environmental aspect of civil engineering for the past 5 years in my current work, I want to get back to my I think my core course last college undergrad. I want to learn more of the different techniques and methods on how to solve the one of the major problems here in our country. So I do expect to learn from this program or course is to find a solution or any step or minimum step or a single step that would really change or impact the current situation of transportation here in the Philippines. Not exactly in the Philippines, or maybe we could start on a small area like in a municipal level or a provincial level, since it will really take time to change the current situation of transportation in the Philippines. That's all po, Doc. Thank you.
Thank you, Lester. Roger.
Good evening, sir. Um, my real name is Rogelio. So I just wrote my nickname Roger. I'm currently working for SMC Infrastructure. I've been here for more than 4 years now. Priorly, I was with the government sector for 20 years, Department of Transportation, Planning Department. Um, so basically, my work experience is with planning, with transportation planning. Uh, my weakness is somehow related to, first of all, during my bachelor's degree, more than 25 years ago, there was no CRS. So the challenge for me, or shall I say my weakness, is adapting to these technologies. So uh, my wish in life is somehow personal. Uh, my permanent address is in the province. In, if you know, Pangasinan. Every weekend I go to Pangasinan to be with my family, and from during weekdays I stay here in Manila to work, uh, to go to work. So actually my wish is to be with my family as often as possible. So my life purpose is also somewhat personal. I just want to be uh, I don't think it's contradicting, but since we relocated in Pangasinan, I already love the place. So and when I heard, sir, that Ideal Flow Network contributes to agriculture, I'm very I'm looking forward to learn how IFN uh, deals with agriculture. So I'm an engineer. Bachelor's degree is genetic engineering, but right now I'm also interested in agriculture. So I took this course, transportation planning techniques, basically of the professor, because there are only two subjects left for me to take, since I already had, this is my third penalty subject. So I only have two subjects left to take in transportation, 259 and 258. 259 being the second time around already, because I have already taken 259 before. The professor in 259 right now, actually I know him, so I'd rather try taking a subject with someone I do not know. And I think I checked, I'm sorry sir, but I checked Sir Cardi's background, and I was really very impressed. So actually it was a mix of nervousness and also looking forward to learn new things from you. So uh, sorry for taking long in
Oh no, it's okay.
introducing
Yeah.
myself.
So my wife family is also from Pangasinan. So
Ah, really?
yes,
Where in Pangasinan, sir?
Dagupan.
Dagupan.
Yes,
So Dagupan is near the water bodies. So
yes,
we are in the farmlands.
yes.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you very much. So if you have any problem later, so you can contact me personally. Okay, uh, I can help. If
Yes, sir, I will. Thank you.
okay. So next, who did not go there? Diane, Apple, Daniel, and Mario, and Corain. Come on. Yes, Apple.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Apple Day Sasilaga, and I am also a registered and licensed architect. And I am currently teaching to a Technological Institute of the Philippines, Quezon City, for architecture students. So through my professional practice and teaching, I also develop a strong appreciation of how designing and planning influences our daily experiences and also the movement. So one of my strengths, I guess, would be somehow my analytical skills because currently I'm teaching engineering sciences to my students. And also the area that I continue to improve on is managing my time across these multiple responsibilities to academe, professional practice, and also as a student. So my wish in life is to, of course, have a work-life balance that where I can continue to work on my personal habits. I think it's more of a New Year's resolution. So my life purpose, I guess, is guided but by the principle that passion becomes meaningful when it also serves as a purpose, or if it serves a purpose rather. So I strive to align what I do best with work that positively impacts probably my students or the academe. So I am motivated to take the subject because I actually search your name, sir. And upon searching, I already see your accomplishments and your publication. So I was very curious on the learnings that you may impart to us. So, yun, sir. From this course, I guess I am expecting to gain analytical tools and possibly practical insights that will support more informed and people-centered planning and, of course, design decisions. So, yeah, that's all po.
Yeah. Thank you, Apple. So, who's next? Corain?
Hi, Prof. Hi,
Hi.
classmates. Good evening. So, my name is Corinne Tabora. And for my background, I am an architect by profession. And I graduated from Mapua University. And my specialization is project construction management. And I am currently working for a private developer. And for my strength and weakness, I can say that I am an organized person and um, I'm also a good listener since I value the opinions, thoughts, and inputs of the people around me, especially at work, at school. And for my weakness, I guess that I have a pretty short attention span. So I hope my attention span can keep up with the class. And for my wish list in life, I have a pretty long wish list, and if I would enumerate them one by one, it would take us a long time. But for now, my wish list is to pass plan 258, of course. And what is my life purpose? For now, I don't have a clear vision yet of um on what I do, on what I want to do in life, or what do I want to become. But hopefully after this semester, I would find my answers. And for the life principles that I hold, it's just simple that having good skills or having an excellent set of skills can take you places, but your ethics and attitude
Mm.
towards other people can take you greater places.
Yes.
And what motivated me to take this course is that hopefully one day I wanted to have meaningful contributions in public transportation developments here in the Philippines, since this is one of the aspects that we lack right now. And what do I expect to learn from this program or course is to for me to have a better understanding or deeper understanding of transportation analysis techniques and other related aspects.
Thank you, Corain.
Thank you.
Yeah. Daniel?
Hi, good evening, everyone. So I'm Daniel. Currently, I work for an architecture firm as a GIS specialist, although I'm a geographer or GIS specialist by profession, graduating BS Geography in UP Diliman. So my strengths primarily, I love doing research. So I love to read, I love to analyze, and I primarily work on, or at least for the past 2 years, most of my research works are on geospatial analysis. And if not geospatial analysis, more on urban geographies, cultural geographies. Then weaknesses, I think I would need to improve, or sometimes I feel like I don't ask help enough with other people. So I think I need to improve my attitude that we can always collaborate and all that. So my wish list in life, on the more pleasure aspects, I would wish to see more of the world, different parts of the world, find ways to travel the world for free if that exists. So then of course I also want to really explore my career as an urban planner, particularly as someone who would specialize in transport. So, to connect to that, for everyone's context, I'm not actually enrolled in the class, but I'm just sitting in. So, I only have a diploma. I'm only taking up diploma in urban and regional planning. However, I have a pending invitation for a master's program next year, which made me decide that I would wish to take up transportation courses this last semester. And since I'm only allowed with for 2 classes, and then I am opting to sit in at least one transportation class, and hence I chose this. Actually, I also chose this to enroll, but they really didn't allow to have additional classes for me. So, and I prefer this because I definitely want to immerse more on transportation analysis techniques and all that. Some of them are very familiar or look familiar given my background in GIS, and I've had personal explorations before, but it's really hard if there is no uh there's no cohesive way of understanding them, perhaps from a mentor or from a class. It really is different if it's from a class. Then yeah. What is my life purpose or vision mission? I long for the day that we Filipinos are more empowered and that we are more hopeful. We say we're hopeful, but our the words in the street are very much evident of hopelessness in so many things, such as in politics, in climate, and all that. So I hope that we can find empowerment from each other. We as planners doing our part, and also empowering other people that we can actually do something, even how systemic some of our problems are or how massive some of our problems are. Life principles that you hold, you can learn from everyone, and you must be able to also share what you know and your perspective. Honor your perspective. Yeah, so then again, what motivates me is that I like to actually learn more about transport. So in a way, I'm looking forward to joining this class, even as someone sitting in. Perhaps I'll ask you guys difficult questions. So yeah, and yeah, what do you expect to learn from this program and course? I hope to develop quite I call it the scientific imagination of how to model different phenomena that we just usually see in the street. So yeah, so I hope to actually be able to imagine more of the science in transport. And of course, bring them to relevant, impactful, and meaningful causes and places. That's all.
Yes. So once you learn the power dynamics and game theory, I hope you will feel empowered, because you can change the systems.
Thank you, Prof.
Yes. Okay, cool. Next, who did not introduce yourself yet? Mario? Andrew? Okay.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andro. So I think I can answer these guide questions if I tell my story.
Okay.
So,
Go.
so I'll just pass through my story. So, I studied BS Architecture in De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. So a lot of us are architects, I think.
Mm,
So you can relate that there's a lot of subjectivity going on in architecture
mm,
in our design classes. So one of the motivations I had is to uh, find some objectivity in it. So I self-studied some analysis techniques and I found this spatial analysis technique called space syntax.
oh,
And then uh, I used that as a topic for my thesis. And then, so since it's only a self-study, there's a lot of doubt. And I looked for a mentor online, which I actually met in Twitter. And then he's so accommodating that he offered to be my mentor even in the apprenticeship requirement for my architecture career. So I work for him uh, in Poco Architects, designing malls, residential subdivisions. Uh, and I also work for another company, like a sibling company. They have Concilio Operazioni. So there I work as a spatial analyst. So anyway, so that's a lot of opportunity that have appeared to me with this endeavor to explore objectivity or studying self-studying spatial analysis. So in 2024, I had the fortune to publish in an international symposium for space syntax in Cyprus. So that's another blessing with my curiosity and endeavor uh, to explore that. Uh, so that's my character. So I like to develop myself. I am exploring different topics. Lately, I'm self-studying again, philosophy and psychology.
wow.
Uh, so I'm I'm thinking about how to reconcile. So because I value the virtue of responsibility, and as planners and architects and environmental designers, we often change our environment to fit us.
Mm,
And that's contrary to uh, the virtue of responsibility where you can adapt to your environment. So I am trying to reconcile them. I think they can be reconciled. So that's one of my interests and actually life principles. It's a bit contradictory, but I will
I think it's
reconcile them.
interesting.
Yes. So I love humanity. So uh, maybe in the future I will teach all the information I garnered. And the reason I took this course is because a lot of what I know is only self-study, and I want some formalized learning to uh, to strengthen myself. So in the long run, I'm building myself to move humanity upwards. So meritocratically. So yes, thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Yes. Who's next? Okay, Mario.
Hello. Can you hear me po?
Yes.
Hello. I'm Mario Cartagena Jr., or you can call me just Rio for short. And for the background, I am a graduate of a technical teacher, Bachelor of Technical Teacher Education in a local college here in Valenzuela. Um, my work background, I'm currently working with if you're familiar with RRCG, the P2P bus operator in Metro Manila. I also work with Volvo buses in the bus manufacturing sector, also for Philippine market. Previously, I also worked for Clark Development Corporation for the Clark Loop, if you're also familiar, and also in the EDSA busway with one of the bus consortium operating in EDSA busway. Okay, so why I choose this elective? Um, you know, uh, my career is already focused in transportation, but personally, I have a passion for the transportation because I myself is a, we can call it a hardcore commuter. So from home to work, I do commute. Um, just like Jazz,
Mm.
uh, I take multiple modes of transportation just to get to my workplace almost every day. Or if I have a outside meetings, I need to take commute just to get there. So yeah, that's why I take this because I have a passion for a better or I just really want to have a better public transport. So I need to understand it first before I can propose or I can solve this really big problem of public transport in Metro Manila and even on other metro areas or I think in the whole in the whole of country actually. So yeah, that's my wish list is uh to have a better interconnected transportation in the Philippines. Uh well, as a commuter, I really struggle to take one mode to another. It really takes uh you know you need it's like a mental gymnast. So you need to be ready for everything in the road. It's not as easy uh as you see. Uh, so I think that hardship should end soon. So I think that's one of my wish that when I go to my workplace and going back to my home, it's as easy um you know as buying on a convenience store. You know, it doesn't need to have a uh what do you call this uh extreme knowledge in commuting just to get home or just to get to your work. Anyway, that's just a wish. But for the life purpose, I don't know currently, but I think one of my purpose is to really help my fellow commuters uh
It's
in
good
my
purpose.
smallest way. Uh, on my smallest way. So uh sometimes if I have a friend that asks how to get here, how to get there, I I try to give them the proper way or the easiest way or the cheapest way to get from point A to point B. So I don't know. But currently I don't really have that concrete life purpose. But I think that's for now. Life principles. So yeah, so like every long journeys, it starts with a small step. That's the saying, right? So I think that's why right now I'm taking this elective course, elective subject because I need to start with something first before I could go out there and fix the problem, or I'm at least be part of the solution. Um, so yeah. So what motivates me on taking this course? Yeah, as I mentioned, it's born of frustration. It's from a frustration of the really hard commuting in the, and it's not really just for me, and my parents is already a senior citizens, and I have a PWD sister. So I saw that when they commute to wherever they go, it's really hard for them to navigate and to yeah to commute as a whole.
Uh,
Um, yes. So I think that this is the last. So what do you expect? What do you expect to learn from this program or course? Yes, to learn more on the analysis and techniques, to have fun, of course, not just learn, but to have fun also, and to apply these learnings to my career and to help my country. So that's all.
oh,
Thank you.
I want to ask something. Is there
Uh,
is Sakai.com still exist there?
Sakai.ph.
Yes, Sakai.ph.
I think so. I know one of the developers. We are engaged with them during the
Okay.
first part of the EDSA busway
Oh,
implementation. I think for the service contracting program. But right
okay.
now they are not that mainstream. Not too mainstream. But I think their platform is still working.
Okay. Good. So yeah, Will Hansen Lee is one of my students before in Ateneo. Okay.
Yes, yes, I know personally Will.
Yeah. Good. So last but not least is Diane.
Hi, good evening. I'm Diane Sanchez and I'm a civil engineer by profession. I'm actually glad to see some familiar faces here, especially my fellow UPLB schoolmates. I currently work as an associate project development officer at Planades, focused on local and urban and regional planning, and training and extension. So, um, this course is I believe this course will be a big help to me as of course planning continues to evolve, especially with the growing use of AI, and I I wish to explore its potential to improve local and particularly transportation planning. And like most of us here, I empathize with the commuters, and I genuinely hope for a more connected, inclusive, and people-centered Philippines where getting from one place to another is basically safe, efficient, and of course less stressful kasi we've been stressed enough. And that's all.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. Uh, before we go into the lecture, okay, I want you to discuss among yourselves so that you can divide into several groups. Is that okay? So that you can create your group project. Yeah. Are you usually meet each other in the campus or you're in separate places? Is it a good idea that I give you time, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so that you can discuss among yourself Okay, so whom you will group with. So my message is simple. Everyone have given their strength and weakness, right? That means, if possible, within one group, you should have different strength and weakness so that you can complement each other. Okay. Okay, so now is 7:51. So until oh, until what time? 10 minutes, is it okay? So that you can discuss among yourself and then choose your own group mate. Yeah. And then you can submit in Moodle. Okay. Your only the group name and the list of members. If you are sit in, you are free to join or not to join. It's up to you. Yeah. I think there are two students in this class. Okay, so I'll be off. Okay, so that I will not hear, and I will pause the recording also. Okay, go. Now, discuss among yourself to create your group. I don't want one person group. Okay, so can you make a grouping? Yeah. So if you can put in the chat the grouping
Okay, everyone.
to everyone, yes. So I want to see if is there anyone left behind. Then we can decide the grouping. Okay, so good. So you have group one, Lester, Thomas, and Justice. Okay. Who's next? So group two, George, Corinne, and Apple. Group three, Andrew, Jasmine, Diane. So 9. Oh, so up to who did not get group? Andrew is there. Jasmine is there. Oh, Mario. Mario, do you have a group?
Currently, sir, none. I'm waiting for the. I think whoever have the doesn't have a group mate. I will just group with them.
Roger, do you have a group?
None, sir. So
Okay,
perhaps
so you
I'll
so you group with Mario and Daniel. Do you want to join them?
Hello.
Hmm.
I mean, if that's all right with me.
Okay.
Eh, wait, sir. Question.
Uh-huh.
Uh, for which activities would this be?
This is for the group project, the 40%.
Uh,
Yeah, I know you are sit in, but if you participate in the group, that will be very helpful for you to understand.
Yes, of course. If I may ask, when is the expected presentation of this?
Please check in Moodle.
Okay.
Okay. 5 February.
Okay. I think I'd be glad to join.
Okay, so you just write down there in the chat then. Okay, right. So who else do not have group? Everyone have group already? Jasmine there, Ojo, Andrew, George there, Apple is there, Diane is there, Lester is there, like, okay, Thomas is there, Orion is there. Yeah, I think everyone have group then. Thank you. Super. Let's start with the lecture. Okay, I will share my screen. Good. So this is just introduction, okay, about the transportation planning analysis and technique. Okay. So we ask why we need this course, right? What is the framework? Is the insight of the analysis and what are the factors? Eh? So our goal is to tell you that for the project, right? It's a 40% part of the class. So you need to produce a comprehensive plan. So in that case, you can use linear programming. So you search in Google, what is linear programming? Okay. So this is a very useful tool that has been developed since World War II, yeah, to allocate resources. Yeah. And then you will apply prioritization method. Yeah. There are many methods and prioritization to select your supporting project. Yeah. And then uh, you can model the demands and the finance based on uncertainty and risk. Okay? And you can apply game theory about stakeholder negotiation. Yeah. And then you want to feel empowered, then you need to uh, analyze the power dynamics in the decision network. Okay. And then in transportation, very important for you to persuade, yeah, to create group decision, to reach the consensus, right? Without this, transportation project will not work. Okay. So, and in the engineering side, okay, we need to apply queuing theory, yeah, to design the station, the road width, and traffic signal, and so on. Okay. And you also need to forecast, yeah, the demand based on the time series model. Okay. And you will determine the BEP, break-even point of the operation, probably, and conduct the financial analysis for the funding. Okay. In prioritization, you want to do the plant construction, the scheduling. Yeah? This will be developed based on CPM, critical path method. Okay, and then based on the financial analysis, you will also perform economic analysis, yeah, using NPV, RR, PCR to justify your investment. So these are supposed to be a comprehensive and integrated. Yeah. So here is my drawings. Okay. It's green part of this. Okay. So these are the things that probably the input, yeah, the one that outside of the scope of these tools and analysis. Well, the blue one are the actual analysis. The red one is the objective. So we start with the equity or optimization objective. Okay? You probably in urban planning, so you have zoning constraint, you have demographic population. Okay? You probably have some environmental scenarios. Okay? Then you start to forecast using time series analysis. Either you forecast the flow or ridership or the population. Okay? And based on the objective and the constraint, you put that into linear programming. This is part of the operation research. Okay, and then based on the time series, you can input that into the queuing, to get the line capacity, the road width, and so on, which is will influence the actual operational design. The headway of the vehicles or in the road, or the fleets, or the public transport. Then you create alternative scenarios. Or probably I want to develop bike lane. Or probably I want to create park and ride, or a smart signal and so on. Okay? And of course, based on that alternative scenario that you develop, again, you need to create a prioritization. There are many methods that we'll discuss in this class. Multi-criteria decision making, the FN, the Hydra process, using NAPSA, Brown-Gibson, and so on. Again, they are interconnected to each other. When you have a prioritization, you want to get the schedule. Which one is the first? Which one is the second? Based if you know the time, the value, you can have scheduling project management. Once you projected the forecast, the ridership, the flow, the population, then you will be able to know the demand, and the costing. So you can start to analyze the break even. And from there, you can also get the financial analysis and economic evaluation. Now, based on these values, again, you can put into utility value is in the game theory. So this is once you have understanding what game theory, mass equilibrium, variety optimality, and so on, then you can start to design. To design the system in order to get the trust to each other. And part of this is also power dynamics. That means you have each shareholder, you put them into nodes and you connect the influence to each other. Okay? Then you compute the power of each shareholder. Okay? And then check whether they are actually intended power or unintended power. So say, for example, in the politics, okay, you want the power should be in the people, okay, not in the certain legislation or presidents or judicative, for example, but on the people. But to really have the power on the people or actually or certain agency, then you can analyze this mathematically, simulate this. Then you can say, oh, in that case, we need to change the system. How are you going to change the system in order to get the power that you want? On the people. In the business, of course, the power should be in the customer, right? Okay, so if we can design all of this, then this become a useful tool for you to talk, for you to publish, to tell, to influence the world about this. Okay, and of course to optimize. Okay, so why do we need analysis, especially in transportation planning? It will enable you to be effective, and enable you to optimize the transportation system. Okay? By doing the analysis, okay, you can develop effective strategy. you can make informed decision. Okay? You can create sustainable, efficient, and safe transportation. Okay? So, of course, first you need to understand what is the transportation need. Okay? From both sides, yeah, the demand and supply side. And then you create alternative and then evaluate this alternative, right? Once you evaluate, then you start to optimize, yeah, uh, to make it better, to maximize the revenue or the profit, to minimize the cost. That's the meaning of optimization. Okay, and then you assess the impact, yeah, maybe environmental impact, economic impact, yeah, job impact. Then you enhance the safety and efficiency, yeah, and you manage the risk. Okay. So here is the framework. Yeah, you start here. Yeah. So either you assume or you collect some data. Okay, and then you think in terms of two side, yeah, the demand side or the supply side. Yeah. So 2 points. Yeah. From here, uh, you analyze what is the current pattern and the future pattern, yeah, for demand side and the supply side. You can influence the demand based on the supply. Okay, but the one that you can control is the supply, isn't it? Right? You can change the traffic signal timing. You can change the road width. Right? You can make regulation, yeah, to influence the demand, but you cannot actually control the demand. Yeah? What you can control is the supply side. Okay, so then you analyze the current condition, current pattern, and then you forecast. Okay? That's the meaning of planning, isn't it? So once you have that, then you compare. Yeah? You compare. If the current is inadequate, then the future will be inadequate also, unless you improve the supply, right? If the demand is increasing, right? So if it is adequate, then stop. There is no need to run more, right? Within certain period of time that you want. If it is inadequate, then you start to create alternative solution. Okay, so in this case, you need to check the structure and the strength. Okay, so of the alternative solution and the current base scenario. Okay, and then first you compute the financial feasibility, yeah, the actual finance in terms of the money, and then you do projection in terms of compound interest, okay, and check whether this is feasible or not. Yeah, if it is feasible, then you prioritize. Okay, if it is not feasible, then try to think in terms of economic feasibility. Yeah, so if economic feasibility is also invisible, okay, then you come back. Yeah, you come back and to create the alternative solution. Maybe your alternative solution is not comprehensive enough, right? So this is a loop. Okay, when both financial and economic feasibility are both visible, then you can start to do prioritization. Yeah, which one is the priority project? And from there, you create strategy. Yeah, how to implement this, right? And from that, you gather the data and you get the feedback. Yeah, and then come back here again, yeah, to collect the data, then come back. So this is a feedback loop process. Can you see that? Okay. So it's ongoing, right? Oh, hmm. Any thought about this? Any comment, question? Probably. Yes, Andrew.
Hello. So, is the structure or strength, uh, does it include the adequacy of the supply to the forecasted demand?
Yeah, yeah. So that will be in the comparison, not
Oh,
here. The adequacy of supply and demand, then you compare, right? When you compare two parts, yeah? The current condition and the future condition. Okay.
okay.
So if the current condition not enough, then you will improve the supply side. Okay.
Are we also gonna test for the adequacy of the alternative solution? Or
Oh,
is that
it's alternative solution you need to compare.
okay? So, what does what's included in the structure and strength, sir?
Structure mean which uh, node influence other node. The dependency, okay, between, okay, so for example, this node demand side influence the analysis of current pattern. So this arrow represent the structure, okay. So dependency between one component of the system to the next component, that represent the structure, okay. Now, how much that influence from one node to the next node, that represent the strength. Okay, that strength number is utility. That means it's up to you to represent any number. It's an ordinal number, not a ratio number. After this, I will discuss measurement of scale if you want.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm trying to picture the whole semester, all the tools, they are interconnected. Okay. When we go into the lecture, uh, we are only doing part, isn't it? So then you will get lost in the whole picture. So I hope you can come back to this slide. Okay. This slide represents the whole picture of the whole semester. Okay. When you zoom in to one of the method, for example, only the forecasting, yeah, I'm serious. Then we are very detailed in that. You probably forget about the whole picture. That's why I give this in the beginning so that you can see the whole picture first. Okay. Yes, George.
Sir, in this framework, at which stage do transportation plans usually fail, or most commonly it fail in real practice?
In real practice,
Yes.
here in the feedback. Why? Look at this. Planners, to be blunt with you, planners are irresponsible to their own plan, isn't it? So, for example, if your forecast wrong, do you go to jail? If engineer forecast wrong in their structural analysis and the building collapse, they go to jail, isn't it? But for planner, do you go to jail because your forecast is wrong? No. Why? Because this is the actual part that never be touched, isn't it? The feedback. Correct. Right. So my goal, okay, is help you doing analysis in the feedback loop system so that through time, okay, your accuracy of forecasting of your plan will be better. Okay, without feedback loop, it's an open system. Then, yeah, this framework fail. You get the implementation. You never know what you are doing, what you plan is actually work or not. Correct? In that case, we don't know. You just assume. Okay, everyone just assume. Everyone can be a planner in that case, right? Just tell whatever they want. Okay, whatever justification they want, and then they implement. When it fail, nobody blame. Is that what we want? No. Then what we will do? Create a feedback loop system so that over time we'll get better and better. Correct. Yeah. It's not the main part here that you see. It seems like the main thing that you may fail. No, actually this one, the feedback, is the most crucial part here. Okay. It should be a continuous loop of plan. Correct. Otherwise, how can you know? So our tool should be better and better so that we will know in what day, in what month, in which place, space and time, right? In which place and when our prediction is correct or incorrect. Not just globally, not just based on average. Because average is a lie, isn't it? Who can collect the data of the average, the whole city? What do you think? I know what I'm telling is thought-provoking, so, but think about that. Do you take responsibility if your plan fail? Say TIA, traffic impact assessment, right? So if the traffic impact assessment is incorrect, to the consultant of the engineer get banned, they still get project. Then there is no feedback in this case. Exactly. So feedback mean monitoring. Feedback mean evaluation. Yeah. It's not just discussion. We need to measure. We need to collect the data again. That's the meaning of feedback loop, isn't it? Yeah. Any other comment? Question? Feel free, come on. Okay. So you need to identify, yeah, which area that need improvement based on the current pattern and current trends. Okay. You identify the gaps, right? And any deficiency in the existing system. Okay. For example, inadequate infrastructure or say pedestrian, for example, a while ago you mentioned, right? Limited accessibility, certain group of population is underserved from public transportation. Yeah. So these are the possible gap or deficiency. Then you forecast. You forecast the future transportation need, right? So what is the potential future problem? Maybe the potential bottleneck, because the demand increase, right? Maybe certain capacity constraint, yeah, okay? Or probably you want to develop certain infrastructure, or new airport, a new port, new highway, and so on. Okay, then try to develop and analyze different alternative scenario. Okay. Now I want you to compare, okay, the data and model based on traditional and uh, more advanced. Yeah. So in traditional view, the data probably travel behavior, yeah, traffic flow, population growth, economic development, maybe land use change. Okay. So in this case, you do what is called travel demand model. So this is 252, yeah, plan 252. Yeah. So you will get an insight about peak travel time, yeah, congestion hotspot, maybe mode preference, yeah, maybe travel demand pattern. So you compare demand and supply. Okay. After that, you identify the area of improvement, yeah, to meet the current and future demand. So, but more advanced way is not just based on a travel demand model. Yeah. Now you start to think in terms of the structure, yeah, the strength. So you start to use different models, no, not just a travel demand model or forecast models. Yeah, we have what is called ideal flow network. We have time series forecasting. We have decision theory. Yeah, we have game theory, queuing theory. Yeah. From here you get prioritization. Yeah, you get strategic analysis. Yeah, you get cycle analysis. Maybe you get pivot analysis, and then you can do, what if I do this? What if I do that? What if I change here? Small change. Yeah. Do I make a big difference? So how sensitive is the change that you put? Okay. So this is called sensitivity analysis, right? So you compare the current and the proposed structure. Right? Again, the same, yeah. So you want to create an intervention. What's the difference between forecasting and planning? Both represent prediction, isn't it? Yeah. The difference is active and passive. In forecasting, okay, you are passively observe, okay, the history, and then you project the future, right? In planning, okay, the same thing, you do forecasting, but the difference is in the active intervention. Okay, you are going to control what the future look like, right? It's not just forecasting, not just observing, okay? You're doing intervention in order to achieve your goal. Then you make plan A, plan B, plan C. Can you see that? Okay? It's not just prediction. Okay? You control. That's planning. Okay? So, these are the insight, yeah, into the analysis. Yeah. Again, number one is to understand the current and future need. Yeah? And then you evaluate for the alternative. Yeah. And then you optimize the resources. Yeah. Assessing the impact. Yeah. So whether environmental impact, economic impact. Okay. And then enhance the safety, efficiency, and then you manage and predict the risk. Yeah. So let's go one by one. Yeah. So in understanding the transport need, okay. So you check the current situation, and then you project Yeah, the population, the land use, the economic you project, so that you will know the future need. Yeah. For this point, you need time series analysis, right? Uh, time series analysis help you to understand the current need, and then you can predict the future demand. Huh? So at this point, you will identify which area that require improvement. As an many of you are architect. Yeah? As architect, you have certain criteria, isn't it? Yeah. Or as urban planner, you have certain criteria. For example, for certain number of population, how many hospital do you need? For certain number of children, how many elementary school do you need? Correct? Yeah? How many police station do you need? Yeah? How many government offices you need? How many fire stations do you need? So you need to plan this, isn't it? So you identify the area that require improvements, and then you develop the strategies, okay, to meet this transportation or urban planning needs. Is it clear? Okay. Once you have that, then again, don't say you have no alternative. Always have alternative, isn't it? So the current situation is just one of the alternative. Okay. Think of other way, yeah, to solve the problem. Okay. Many of you said, I'm a commuter. I have a problem because commuting is hard. Then when you look at the alternative is only within transportation, you probably cannot find the solution. But is it true that the alternative is only within the scope of transportation? It's not. Right? So try to expand the box. Yeah, go out of your own box. Yeah? Transportation is a derived demand of activities. Remember this. Transportation is a derived demand of socio-economic activities. So if you only solve transportation within the scope, within the box of transportation, you probably cannot find. But if you find the scope outside of this transportation, okay, you manage the activities, you manage the uh, land use probably, okay, then you probably find the solution. Okay. So try to find alternative. Give example. Why you need to be working on site? Yeah. During queuing theory, I'll discuss more detail. Okay. After I study a lot about queuing theory, yeah, which is basically talking about congestion, right? What is the purpose of queuing? The purpose of queuing, okay, is basically similar to demand and supply. You want to get something out of that queue, right? So what is that something? Either material or information, yeah, physical things. For example, you want to get food, that's material, yeah? Or you get information. Teaching is exchange information, isn't it? So why we need to be on site? Many government tasks, okay, are actually exchanging information. Why you need to be on site? Just to get a license? Why you need to be on site? So by questioning the fundamental, why? Okay, then you start to think, okay, or different alternative. Okay, actually, you said you want to remove your frustration, okay, based on this knowledge. But I will tell you, when you know more, you will get more frustrated because you know what is the best, and the society is not doing it. You will get more frustration. Okay, but your frustration will drive you, right, to tell to the world, to teach to your students, to talk to your friends, okay, to expose to public that this is what is the right things. Then you start to change the world, okay, out of your frustration. So knowledge does not remove your frustration. In fact, it will create more frustration on you. But that frustration will motivate to change. You don't wait other people to change. You need to change within you. Then you can start to expose what is the truth to the world. Correct? Okay. So when you start to compare and analyze, various alternative, then you create what is called informed decision. When you decide something, okay, this must be the most effective, the most sustainable, long lasting. Sustainable means long lasting, right? Robust against any outliers. Okay. So then analysis also help you in optimizing resources. Your resources is always limited. Your time, your energy, your money, your funding, your people. Yeah, these are all resources that you have. Okay, and they are always limited. Okay, so in that case, how are you going to allocate these resources? Yeah, in the most effective way, right? So, okay, I'll tell you a story. Uh, when I first working in the transport planner, 1990s, early 1990s. So, yeah, in Indonesia. So at that time, the government employee, the officer asked me, we have this budget from the World Bank. Yeah. We want to finish it as soon as possible. Can you just build one project? I want it to be bridge so that we can finish the project fast. You know what I'm doing? I said, no, that's not the way to do. Okay. We need to identify, okay, within the scope of this city, which one is the most needed project. And then we do prioritization, right? We do cost benefit analysis. Then we can identify which one is, yes, I know this is loan, but at the same time, it is our future generation tax money. Yeah, they need to pay, right? So we need to do the right things, not just want to finish the money. Okay. At first, of course, you get offended, right? But after seeing the wisdom, yeah, after explaining about this prioritization of the investment, okay, then you start to understand and okay, let's do your way. Okay, then we identify uh, out of 25 lists, then we reduce it until 5, yeah, prioritization based on the budget that we have, based on the time constraint and so on. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Yeah, not just want to spend the money uh, just because you have money, because you have power, doesn't mean that you make it effective and efficient, right? Okay, so try to change the world through a small things like that in your project, in your environment. Then things will get better, isn't it? Through our small act, yeah, of uh, allocating resources, yeah, that maximize the benefit and minimize the cost. Yeah. Next one is assessing the impact. Yeah. Mostly about environmental impact. Okay. So you try to find a strategy to mitigate the negative effect. Okay. Maybe the air quality, emission, noise. Okay. Maybe uh, the road will cover the community below so that no sun can go in. So these are environmental analysis. Yeah. So your goal, okay, for the whole community, for the whole society to be sustainable. Yeah. Not well. Always there is some harm in the project, but you want to minimize that harm, isn't it? Okay. So next one, okay, try to check the safety. What is the purpose of having efficient transport, okay, good finance, good economic, but it is not safe, right? So there is an irony that if you expand the highway, the roadway, okay, it will become faster, but it will also increase the fatality in the traffic congestion, in the traffic accident, right? So then you need to create a balance, no? Okay. So identify the area, okay, with high accident rate and the congestion, and try to develop strategies, yeah, to enhance safety and optimize the flow. So if you have quite a congested area, the number of accidents increase, but the number of fatality decrease, right? So you need to balance, no? So next insight is you predict and manage the risk. Yeah? So there are many possible risks, including natural disaster, disruption in supply chains, or change in travel behavior, uh, including corruption, right? So how are you going to monitor? How are you going to check, to put feedback so that there is a check and balance in the power? Yeah? So you create contingency plan, okay? Strategy to mitigate the potential disruption. Okay. Uh, One of the yeah, project last time was to predict the potential bombing in Metro Manila, yeah, using uh, uh, network uh, resilient So we can compute network centralities. Yeah, later we will discuss that during power dynamic also. Yeah, so then we want to know which node is actually central. Yeah. At the time, I just use spectra centrality, and it was amazing that certain node that near the airport and near the defense system, yeah, if they bomb there, yeah, there's disruption and the entire Metro Manila will be the greatest impact. That's one of the example of the study. Yeah. So then what is the mitigation of that potential disruption? You can start to check. Okay. So these are factors in the evaluation. Okay. So I identify 8 factors here. Sustainability, equity, safety, efficiency. Yeah. So our goal is to create a comprehensive, yeah, and informed decision-making process. Yeah. So let's come from the transportation demand and supply. So when we say transportation demand, that represents the flow. Yeah. What is the transportation service that you're currently having? Yeah. So, for example, consider the current and projected travel pattern. Okay, the population growth, the employment trend, population demography. Okay. From there, you create a transportation demand model. Okay. So that for each different mode of transportation. Yeah. This is actually in Plan 252. Yeah. So I developed IFN transport. You can search in Google. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Let me get the IFN transport. Yeah. So can you see this? Yeah. So this is a software. Basically, you can download from OSM. Okay. And from there, if you give the bounding box, yeah, of the latitude and longitude, okay, then you can get this kind of example, PV campus. There. So there you can get. Yeah. So you can zoom in until detail, and then you will see the node and the link number. Huh? Okay, similar to GIS, right? And in fact, you have the connection to GIS. So from there, this is very big. So let me get a small one. So this is example. So from there, you can, yeah, this is the node and links. Welcome. Make me small network like this so that it's fast. Okay. And you have many different traffic assignment. This is to create the transportation demand model. So I have all or nothing, capacity restraint, and ideal flow is the default. And depending on the constraint that you have, for example, real world or OD matrix, if you have the data, yeah, or if you have total flow, like for example, I have only 10,000, the total flow. So you check this one and you just compute. There. Once you compute, you get O you got the complete data, yeah? So can you see this? You get each link, flow, congestion, speed, density, time, delay, including the probability. And of course, you can also check, for example, congestion, that you can check the speed, yeah, this is all. So you can go, this is the speed, that one. Yeah. And you can also check, you can find the shortest path, yeah, and any link and node that you want. Yeah. And you can also put it into Excel. This is just one of the example of the model, yeah. So let's go back here. Slide. So in economic, we have price, okay, and demand model. Okay, so this is called demand curve, right? And then you have the supply and the price. So this is called the supply curve. When you combine the two, you will get equilibrium. Yeah. This is the equilibrium price, yeah, based on demand and supply. Yeah. So in transportation, we have similar. Okay, so the price is not money but cost. Okay? In this case, travel time. Okay, the demand and the supply, okay, is not the quantity of a product but the traffic flow. Okay, so we just have similarity between the economic model and transportation. Okay, you just change the demand and supply into flow, traffic flow, and the price into travel time. Simple, right? So then you start to think, yeah. For example, you have what is called multimodal integration. Yeah, you want to integrate different transport mode. Yeah, say public transit, cycling, walking, yeah, into one cohesive and efficient system. Is it possible? Why not? Yeah. So you have different operator there, right? Jeepney operator, bus operator, MRT operators. Okay. The problem is actually they are not cooperating, isn't it? So how to make them cooperate? Yeah. So you learn game theory, yeah, and you learn how to do game of cooperative game, yeah, cooperation game. So in that case, you put the utility values, yeah, of the number so that all of them can have benefit. Yeah, then they will cooperate with each other so that the user, the customer, yeah, will have a better integrated transportation mode. Okay, so what lacking is actually not the transportation mode itself. Yeah, compared to the US, say maybe the best is San Francisco, yeah, or New York. But the BART in San Francisco compared to jeepney in Metro Manila, which one is better? Think about it. In terms of the cost, in terms of the frequent, jeepney in Metro Manila is only 3 minutes to wait. The cost is only how many pesos? 12 pesos. Less than $1. So actually Metro Manila win if you want to see objectively. Do you realize? Yeah. So in terms of comfort, yes, you lost. So in that case, how to improve the things that lacking in terms of integration, interconnectivity, probably certain things that you need to improve. Yeah. In terms of scheduling, probably. So the thing that we are lacking, we can improve. That improvement represents management, isn't it? How to make them cooperate. Okay. If you can show them, hey, this is the best way, and all of you win, okay, none of you lose, then probably they are persuaded by your proposal. But if you make one party, one shareholder lose, they will not agree. Okay, so transportation is not just about transport itself. Can you see? Yeah, it's about influence. It's about power. It's about cooperation among many shareholders. Can you start to see that? Okay, so the same thing. Yeah, freight transportation. I don't understand why you start to ban the freight transportation in the city, right? So, in fact, the economy of the country depends on the freight transportation. You need to improve this, maybe by rail, yeah, maybe by tollway, yeah, or certain highway, not to ban them. If you ban them, then the economics, the price increase. Don't you realize the long-term effect, the system thinking? Okay, so people just, in fact, I can predict, yeah, in the future when the online work, online learning is already adopted or widely adopted. Okay, what is the future transport will be? Freight transport will be there, and pedestrian cycling will be there. But the commuter will be no more. So why are you making such big road and keep expanding? What for? All you need is just change the way of thinking of the people and the way of managing of the work, managing the activities, not just the transportation. Can you start to see it? Okay. Don't solve transport only in transportation. Try to solve outside the box of transportation. Because transportation is the derived demand of the activities. Okay? Again, transit data. Yeah. So the transit service, the public transport. Yeah. So check the frequency, the coverage, the reliability. So probably you want to identify certain area that have limited or no transit accessibility. Along C5, keep example, yeah. Along C5, if I want to go from Katipunan to BGC, is there any public transport? Question? None. I need to use taxi, but there is no public transport. So there is no interconnectivity yet. And why you only have two roads in the whole Metro Manila, which is only C3 and C5? Where are the other roads? Because you focus too much in these two roads, while you forget the interconnectivities between roads. Right? Then start to think in terms of connectivity. Yeah. So yeah, there are many tools. Yeah. So Chrome Maps, for example, you can visualize the area. Yeah. Whether certain public transport is reachable or not, yeah, within certain travel time. Yeah. So please check this one. Yeah. So in terms of costing and funding, yeah, benefit analysis, yeah, I want to say two things here. One is financial versus economic. Yeah. So financial feasibility means you talk about the cost and revenue associated with the project. Yeah. What is the capital cost, the operation cost, the maintenance cost, okay, and potential revenue, for example, the fare, the tolls, the subsidies, right? But when we talk about economic feasibility, the term is economic feasibilities, yeah, that will evaluate a broader economic impact, yeah. It's not just in terms of money. Yes, it will be converted into money, uh, yeah, but you will have direct costs with this financial cost and benefit, and indirect or intangible effect. Yeah, that include economy, uh, job creation, social equity, yeah, probably environmental sustainability, national unity for military and politics. Yeah, so maybe economic growth. So you need to put all of these factors, put it in, and monetize. Yeah. This is what is called economic feasibility. Yeah. So there are two possible ways. No? So financial is about the budget, okay, direct costs and direct potential of the revenue. Okay. While economic is much broader than that, yeah, including almost everything, yeah, from economy, society, environment, yeah, job creation, okay, and national unity and so on. Okay. So in that case, there may be financially viable, but economically not viable, or vice versa. Yeah. There may be economically viable, but financially not viable. Okay. So that's why you need to do both. Yeah. Financial evaluation and economic evaluation. Okay. So you want to give example that economically might be viable, but financially might be invisible. Yes, Roger.
Sir, I can only think of government projects, specifically the when I was in the OTR, we always make the social ports
Hmm.
or the small ports or warps purposes. The purpose of these social ports are to connect the remote islands to
Right.
bigger island economies and also to support disaster response during typhoons.
Correct.
So the social benefits outweigh the cost,
Financial. Yes.
but in terms of financial returns, because they are only small in capacity, they can only accommodate fishing vessels and ro-ro vessels. The financial revenues do not outweigh the cost.
Yes. In that case, you need to provide subsidy, right, for the operation. Okay. Right. Very good. Any other examples? Yeah. So yeah, the port, airport, or road, yeah, in the remote island, as Roger mentioned a while ago, you probably want to unite the country politically, okay, or militarily. Okay, you want to generate more economic development or social equity. Okay, even though the population is still very low, so the demand is low. Yeah, financially not viable. Yeah. So road to farm, yeah, or road to production center, yeah, to factories. Yeah. Maybe have very low traffic volume. Okay, so but it might improve the economic costs or improve productivity in the whole region. Yeah. Similarly with pedestrian, yeah. So and bike lane, yeah. Financially probably invisible, but if you include safety point of view, okay, depending on how you put the cost of one person injured or die, okay, then it may be feasible. Yes, Lester.
Prof, I would like to add one example not
Mhm.
mentioned in the slide.
Yes.
So I was thinking of the railways outside Metro Manila. I heard of the proposed railway in the Mindanao region. So
Mhm.
I guess it's economically viable since it will really connect all the provinces and regions in the Mindanao region. But
Mhm.
as of now, I think there is an issue when it comes to financial since it will really entail a huge amount of capital cost, and then there are also issues on the operational cost since the transport prices or fees will not be sufficient to cover the operational cost of the project.
Okay. If you include the freight transport through the railway, probably it will have certain things that improve that financial. Because if you only rely on passenger transport, probably not viable. How about for production from one region to another through the rail? That is because uh, in one train, yeah, one locomotive, you can bring up to maybe 30 cars behind, right? So that's very cost effective actually. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Metro Manila subway. Yes, yeah, we can discuss that next time. Huh? So social equity. Yeah, you want to promote equitable access for all vulnerable population, for example. You can consider that. Yeah, there are many equity indicator. Yeah, that you can use. For example, the travel time to certain key destination, transport costs, and accessibility. Yeah, we can compute that. Yeah, as well as yeah, you want to target the investment and the intervention. Okay, to the community with the greatest need, isn't it? So first identify this community first. Okay. So when you do the project, I hope you can compare before and after, yeah, in the real project and not in the class, because the implementation need time. Okay. And safety is a paramount concern, yeah, for transportation. Yeah. So I'm very concerned with pedestrian safety. Okay. Many uh, part of the city usually they don't really prioritize pedestrian, isn't it? So, but you need to justify uh, based on safety, number one, yeah, and number two, based on connectivity, because pedestrian is the connecting mode between car and public transport, isn't it? So if you want to do park and ride, okay, so you need to have a pedestrian walkway, okay. So at the same time, if you look at the more developed cities, yeah, or more developed civilization, okay, then you will see uh, walkway, yeah, very wide walkway. Yeah, I don't like to call it sidewalk, okay, because as if pedestrian is inside, okay. So let's call it walkway. Uh, the walkway, the wider walkway that represent more developed city, isn't it? Look at PGC, look at Makati. What makes them different from other cities is actually the walkway, correct? Look at Singapore, yeah, the walkway is there. In Japan, yeah, uh, half of the road by law must be walkway and for bicycle. Yeah. So if you have 8 meters, okay, road, that means 4 meter for the other vehicles, and then the 4 meter both sides, so 2 meter for pedestrian and cycling. Okay, so out of the right of way. So you can propose this kind of law as an urban planner, right? And of course, to propose that, you need to justify your proposal, right? So not just proposal per se, but you need to justify quantitatively. Yes, George.
Sir, just share my observation, sir, that in reality, in real practice, especially here in the Philippines, even you have a proposal, just like you mentioned, even when a transport project is economically or financially viable, the decision is still, or the prioritization may still depend on political influence. No?
Right.
It's about politics play this
A lot.
Yeah.
Then there is some fundamental change in the politics you need to propose. Okay. I mean, structurally, not individual. Okay. If the power concentrate too much and there is no check and balance, yeah, then the power is not on the people. Then you start to see these kind of things happen. Okay. Well, as a scientist, I can only analyze and tell this is what it is, and this is what need to be done. Okay. But we cannot just say one person, so we need to expose this to public. That's why we have this course. That's why I asked you to create video instead of just paper in the journal that nobody will actually read. I hope you make a video that make impact, that make a viral. Okay, through this course, probably this is the first step, small step. Okay, once you learn this, I hope you can make it. Okay. I know to make a big change is difficult, but we start small. We start not from outside, we start from us, from within. We can do it. Okay. Right. So with this, yeah, land use development. Yeah. So, oh, sorry. Yeah. I think we need to finish because it's already extended. Okay. So we will continue this next meeting then. Okay. Up to safety analysis. Okay. Please read again and then we discuss again about next meeting. We discuss about measurement of scale, right? In the course, yeah. Measurement of scale, yeah. And please submit your group project here, grouping a while ago. Yeah, in here. Yeah. And then check this lab. Okay, this is what we will discuss next week. Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry for the extension. I did not realize that we are extending 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Yes. So see you next week then.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
You.